Yeah, I made a post here a while back. I think I put it on my personal page, Terry Perrin, on Facebook. But I was thinking about that more and more. I had seen a meme one time. It had a picture of Denzel Washington. I don't, they can put anybody's picture to anything they want to say and say they said it. So I'm not sure if he quoted it or not. But it says, if you don't read the newspaper or watch the news, you're uninformed. It says, but if you do it, you're misinformed. And that's very true. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're more leaning left or you're more leaning right in your values and things like that. But the news you watch and stuff feeds trying to make you farther to the left or farther to the right, because it shows you everything else about the far side of the other spectrum that you can't stand. And I don't think that most of us are even in either one of those ends. I don't believe it. I just think, as my friend Robert Tyndall used to tell me all the time, squeaky wheel gets the grease. They're the ones that cry and whine the most. So that's all we seem to hear with the media and even the candidates running for different positions and stuff, man. Instead of saying what they're going to try to do for us, they'll basically, look what that person did to you. And sometimes it's not even true. But, it's on TV, it's on the internet, so it must be true. And I think it's true depending on how much we want it to believe it's true. If you're on the right on your political mindedness, you look at the left and you don't see the first 90% of them. You see that 10% on the outside that don't know what sex they are, and there's a million different genders. Why? Because they stand out all the time and they shove it in our face all the time. So that must be how they all are. That's not how they all are. And if you're on the left, you probably look at the 10% on the far right and think, man, they're all racist and they're all homophobic and they're all this and that and they don't see the other 90% of the people on the right. But here's why. It's a biblical principle, and I think I try to think in right and wrong terms. I really do. And Jesus said, a house divided against itself cannot stand. In other verses and different parts of the different Gospels, that's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I don't think this one's actually in John, but it is in the other three. It says, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Now, our pledge in our country, you say united in it, and we are all under one God, and it put us all together. But powers that be want to separate us. It doesn't want the true voice of the people to be heard, because it wants these crazy ends to keep us divided. And we can't stand. We don't have no strength. They can just lead us to the slaughter. There's nothing we can do, because we've let them become so powerful in the media and so powerful in the government. No longer is a lot of the government thinking that they're here to serve the people. They're more or less they're there to tell us how to live, and that's not liberty. That's not freedom. That's far from what our country started as. We didn't come here to be racist. We didn't come here we came here to get away from a tyrannical government and all kinds of taxes. And over the years, we've gained all those taxes back, and now you could get in a situation where once you get, where you can't earn a living no more because you're too old or you're just unable to do it no more, you could lose the house that you bought. You might even built it yourself, because you can't afford to pay the tax every year to the government, so they'll take it right away from you. Is that crazy or what? Why? Because a house divided against itself cannot stand. And I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you're on the right. Do I have an opinion on the subjects? Yeah. But even with my opinion, I still love you. You might not live the way I like you to live. I might not live the way you like me to live. But I still love you. And God still loves you, even if you don't believe in Him. He didn't die on the cross to save us so we could have a chance to go to heaven for nothing. He did it so whoever wants to believe in Him and follow Him can be saved. I mean, we didn't have a chance without Him. And if it was me, I wouldn't have sent any of my kids to die on the cross for a bunch of strangers. Well, they ain't strangers to God. He knows every hair on your head. But I just wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have sent someone that was perfect to die for a bunch of people that didn't deserve it. Because I don't deserve it. Maybe you're better than me. But remember this. The kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. And every time you see a politician or a media mogul or someone giving their opinion on TikTok or YouTube or whatever it be, none of that stuff is helping us be united. None of that stuff is helping us keep our freedom. Every time they make a new law, they take some kind of freedom away. I mean, we know right and wrong. It should just be right or wrong, and they should give a judgment per case. I mean, we got so many laws that ain't funny. I'm probably breaking laws every day. I don't know it because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the laws. And neither are you probably. And if you are a lawyer, you probably don't know all the laws. Because that means you would never lose a case, and you probably do from time to time. Or you don't win as much as you think you should win. Anyway, we're all in this together. I think we need to learn how to work with one another and just put them on the outs. Stop giving the media and the government so much of your attention. They don't deserve it. Start loving your neighbor. Love each other. I mean, we got to work together. We got to learn how to become more self-sufficient where we don't need to buy into their system. Because the more dependent we are on other things besides each other, the more we'll be stuck living the way they want us to live. But we're in this together. I am pulling for you. I pray for you. I really do. I hope you pray for me. Anyway, God bless.